as you can see, we have all come as volunteers in many different ways. I came by an invitation through an email, and at that time we were doing what we call in-person events. And I was just interested in everything that there was, and I went to just about every single event that AARP offered. Greater Manchester was one of 10 communities throughout the country where AARP National thought that they would set up communities of presidents. We then went to Concord, and then we went out to the Seacoast. And we did things like tabling, which was at events passing out information, as well as other events like our famous ice cream nights and movies for grown-ups. We actually broke records with our ice cream nights. And then the pandemic hit. And we had to reconfigure how we were going to all do things. When we were 3 individual communities, we had our monthly meetings within our own areas. Being virtually, it didn't make sense to have people attend 3 different meetings. So what we did is we combined and we became a tri-community. And we meet once a month, and we have actually refined things to the point where we talk about different things within the organization and what our various teams are doing, such as the Capital City Task Force. We have a multicultural committee. They give us an update on what's going on. We hear from an executive community member. We've also, because AARP is volunteer-led, we have 2 subcommittees that we have created in the virtual space. One we call Team Epic, which creates all our events or looks to find places where we can collaborate to have events virtually. And the other is Team PC, which is our promotions and communication sub-team. So everything that we do, we do through the volunteers. And I will say the physical community was one type of plane that AARP started to build. And then we started another plane through the virtual space. And Evelyn will tell us a little bit more about that.
Thank you, Mary. Yes, as Mary said, we are the Tri-Community volunteer group. And some of the collaborations that we've had in the community were already established, and we had to tweak them as to how we could do them virtually rather than in person. However, the vendors and the retailers and the entities that we've worked with love collaborating with us, and they love our flexibility and our creativity. Some of the things that we've done, in the interest of time, I won't go into too much detail, but we do coffee and conversations. And in fact, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, they're doing one with a live scavenger hunt. That sounds like so much fun. And of course, the Speakers Bureau. John Clayton from the Mill Yard Museum has done a presentation for us. And he's always willing to tell us more about Manchester since he knows everything. We actually, even through our national, have a creative cooking presentation that's very popular. And I heard that the one they had this week, there were like 300 people signed up. That was fantastic. And it's just a local chef in Hollis, and she has the herbs and the vegetables coming right out of her own yard, which is really fantastic. And she does everything from nature, which is, natural, not a lot of preservatives, which we're all looking to get our COVID-19 off right now. Also, we've had collaborations and continue with different trails. The Concord Trails did a wonderful presentation about how to keep the trails safe and healthy for everybody. We have one of our own members, our Kathy Arnold, who even does yoga Wednesdays at 5:30. And then, believe it or not, we're finding a way to do wine tasting this year. We found a winery that will actually send the samples out before the event begins. And I'm all for that one, thumbs up. And of course, now we're still also researching painting. We have not worked out the details yet, but Jeannie's working very hard to do that. So what's in it for you folks? Well, in person, we have people like Mary said that do tabling and, give out brochures and information. We have folks that check people in for registration, folks that are coordinating the events, doing introductions at the events, that type of thing. Virtually, it's really not that much different, except now we have people that are doing a lot of the background stuff, making sure that we're not muted, that we are recording the way we're supposed to and things like that. And then also that we have people volunteering to do introductions and presentations and the like. And just to give you a quick example before I finish up, one of our favorite events too is Movies for Grown-ups. Well, when we were doing it, let's say at the Regal or the Cinemagic, we had people that were checking people in, giving them their wristbands, giving them a program, showing them where to sit, people coordinating the seats once in the theater, and then doing a short presentation about AARP. Well, virtually now, National has done a wonderful thing where we can sign up and actually watch it on I watch it on my laptop. They have a couple of presentation movies throughout the month, and can't wait till we get back in person again, especially that ice cream night. Everybody loves ice cream, but we have to wait till next year. And you know that New Hampshire sells more ice cream than most states, even in the wintertime, and that's a wonderful thing. So we have fun with purpose. These events are to bring people together, but they're also, to promote AARP and our mission. And so we always have little ways to do that throughout all of these events. But in addition, as a volunteer, we create wonderful friendships. And I have to say, some of the people on this particular night are some of my best friends. So it's a place for everyone. If you really feel like you have time and you want to do something more, this is the